What's up? What's up? Another day leveled up. It's your boy Salem, back with another one for you. How you guys doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. I want to talk about things that have been brought to my attention lately, and I'm pretty pumped about it. And for one, is the realization that life is beautiful. Life is still beautiful, and it has not changed. If anything, it's gotten better. I've been out and about on runs, going on hikes, and still seeing people out and about enjoying themselves, not living in fear. May come across some people with masks here and there, but I respect their efforts to help not spread and be courteous of anybody else's opinion. But as far as me, I refuse to wear a mask. I refuse to wear gloves. Until it's literally illegal to do that, I will not do that, because that's confirming that you are in fear of this virus, which is slowly being exposed, that it's all gimmick. The streets may be different here in Denver, but the truth worldwide is no different, and that is nobody's dying in the streets. I don't know what people are being led to believe, but if you haven't left your house in the last week or so, do yourself a favor and go outside. People are not dying in the streets. Staying glued to the news and TV, programming, whatever fear-based media is going to keep you at a low vibration, that's going to have you more susceptible to illness, a dis-ease of the mind that will create a disease in the body. There's this such thing as a placebo effect, and that's people thinking themselves, believing in themselves that they're cured of an illness. And the same thing could happen in reverse. And that is called a nocebo effect. You could think yourself into illness, into disease, all starting in your mind. That's what a lot of people are allowing themselves to get into. Staying at home, watching the news, self-diagnosing themselves with symptoms. There's so many things they're coming out with, talking about, oh, it's in the air now, there's a thing called COVID toes now. It's like, hey, you guys have lines on the back of your hands? COVID-19, bro. Like, what is going on? What is going on? This is where people are being separated. They're being discriminatory towards other people not wearing masks, and it's being shown who has been asleep all along and who still is asleep. It's crazy. But the good thing about this all is a lot of people are waking up as well. Conspiracy theories that were once conspiracy theories are now being brought to light and actually getting some thought. People are actually giving it some thought. As the Bill Gates scandal, with him having plans to depopulate, telling the world that the world needs to depopulate, that it's getting overpopulated. This same guy is now trying to strong arm a vaccine. Isn't that ironic? You don't find that weird? That this same guy who was on a TED Talk saying how he needs, and by his calculations could see that the world something needs to happen, a pandemic. He even mentioned the word pandemic in that TED Talk. And now people are bringing it to light, and now there's some news like, can you believe this conspiracy theory of Bill Gates is the head of this ploy of depopulation? And the same news that's been feeding you bullshit this whole time is now like, can you guys believe this? Because it's now getting so high up there. These conspiracies are now getting so much light. Now they have to talk about them. They now have to talk about them and discredit them as well. The politicians and everything right now are no one to be listening to, even the celebrities. If they're promoting fear, if they're telling you like wear your mask, got their whole family in the house with masks on, do not be listening to them. They all work together simultaneously, compartmentalized. They all work together, and they may not even know how they're helping each other out. But the whole agenda of getting you fearful is what is going to help steer the whole stripping away of your rights, of freedom of speech, of being able just to do the things that you love, because now you're fearful and we're trying to keep you guys safe. Doing all this in the acts of keeping you guys safe. We're not trying to take you back to work too soon. We're not going to upstart the economy yet, because we're trying to make sure everybody's safe, because we care about the general health of society. If you believe that, you are asleep. If that was the case, at least here in America, healthcare would be free. People are now being shunned, turned away, their kids turned away, needing proper medical help. But because of the COVID-19 and all this, even has the medical workers scared and being told they have to listen. They're only being told what to do. But this could get to such a point that it could get out of hand, where you are now experiencing discrimination. You know what happened with the Nazis and Hitler and all those people that committed those crimes that they didn't even know they were capable of? They did it all out of fear. They didn't even know they could be that inhumane to another. But they were also all being just following orders. All they were doing were following orders. You didn't even need the actual tyrant down on the floor doing the work. You get everybody scared, and people self-police themselves. And that's what this is allowing people to get into. People are at home literally looking in the mirror, self-diagnosing themselves. Their doctors are being able to diagnose people over the phone without even seeing them in person and without even doing a proper test. And even the tests are just tests of symptoms. They're not getting down and looking and being proven that you do have the virus. The virus has now been exposed, and you could literally look this up, that they have admitted to this being lab made in China. Everything I'm talking about, you could research. There's so much info I could give you, but it's not going to matter, because unless you're open to the idea of maybe you haven't been told the truth, it doesn't really matter. You have to be willing to look for the information, be open to the idea of something going on behind the scenes. If you at this point have gotten to a realization that something may be up, do yourself a favor and look into it. Don't just sit there and listen to the media, which creates your own reality. They create the reality that you live in. Who do you think's telling them what to say? They're not in the streets giving you literally second by second news. I know what's going on in my neighborhood down the street more than any newscaster. You know what's going on in your community more than anybody in your community. This time more than ever is time for people to band together and realize that they have a lot more power than they're led to believe. Use this time to educate yourself. instead of checking up on symptoms every hour. The Most High has brought you to this point with intentions on bringing you through it. Allowing news to stray you from this belief shows the strength of your faith. If you didn't have faith before, I hope this puts you in a direction of recognizing that there is a higher power. And like I said, it's all with intentions of bringing you through this. But if you allow the news to sway you and put you in fear that who you truly are, the Spirit, no longer matters and what they say matters, then I'm just talking to a wall right now. Because none of this would even matter if you don't even have that type of mindset to hear out and listen to yourself and go within as well. Listen to your own intuition. That's how the Spirit talks to you. You have to know how to trust yourself and your surroundings and the visions and things that you get. I know I might be getting real too spiritual for some people, but that's what it is. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. This is all pretty much bullshit. And it's just crazy, man. Like I said, life is still beautiful. And this is not about being ignorant to what is going on, but having a true sense of knowing. Having a true sense of knowing, that brings you peace. Doing your research, taking time to know yourself, meditating, that brings you peace rather than the news, no matter what news they could tell you. I hope this resonated with some of you guys, and if it has, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. But if not, it doesn't even matter. If this is not resonating with you, this is not the channel for you, honestly. So I'm here to speak truth and not here to just entertain. I'm here to help people level up and realize that we have the power to create our own reality and not allow them to create the reality for you, because that's what they've done, and that's what they will try to continue to do. Create the reality for you. You are creators. I hope this was able to shed some light on a lot of things. But with all that said, just know a belief may be comforting, but only through true experience can it be liberating. Grant yourself permission to level up. And until next time, it's your boy Salem. I'm out.